Hello there. Happy Sunday. I am your beautiful host, Samantha, and I have my lovely co host, Almond Joy, and we want to welcome you to our podcast. This is our second podcast so far, and we are going to talk about some things on this channel. We talk about a little bit of everything from relationships, toxic relationships, situationships, childhood trauma, finances, online dating, etc., etc., etc. So, we hope that you enjoy what you hear in the comments section. Let's talk about it. Leave your comments. I only ask that you be polite with your comments because there's no need to be nasty. If this is your first time stopping by our podcast, passing by this channel, we encourage you to subscribe. When you subscribe, make sure that you also, this is very important, make sure that you hit the notification bell. That way you get notified when we put out new videos. We also ask that you give the videos a thumbs up because what that does, it lets the YouTube algorithm know that you like our content and it pushes us out to other individuals who may very well like our content also. Now, without further ado, we want to get right into it. As you can see, the topic, I am not my hair. I want to share some information, some stories on my hair journey. Now, are you ready, Almond Joy? We are going to get into some things. Okay, now let's talk about it. So, as a young girl, I was like, I hate to use a word, but bald headed. I was bald headed. And my mom, she wasn't the best person to do hair, having a little girl. So, back then, we always kept our hair braided, or she always kept my hair braided. I can remember as a little girl, we used to go to, I think her name was Mabel, and we would get our hair braided all the time. Now, as a little kid, you go into school, sometimes your parents send you to school looking crazy. And when I say crazy, I'm getting ready to show you guys a picture because I don't have no shame in my game. Now, this was a picture day. You know, for picture day, you ready, you got your outfit laid out, and you ready to be cute for picture day. So from the neck down, yeah, I was styling. My dress was cute, but from the neck up, I don't know how my mama let me go to school and take pictures on picture day looking like this. Y'all see that? Look at that hairdo. She had the nerve to try to put some ponytails right there.
Look
But
at little
she
Samantha.
tried it. Little Samantha, little Mantha. I don't care if y'all laugh, but let me tell you something. So that was the beginning of my hair journey. So from a young mind, and as I started to grow up, get older, I always thought my hair just was not going to grow past probably right here. So the journey from having the French braids as a little girl, then we went through the Jerry curl era. Remember Jerry curl era, Joy?
Yes, yes. The Jerry Curl era.
Everybody had the Jerry curl. If you had longer hair, you had the shag. So you was popping if you had a nice, decent amount of hair.
The
I
spray
wasn't the
and the
who?
bags.
Yeah, the spray and the bag, the Jerry curl
The
juice.
Jerry Curl juice.
When you think back, oh, it was just it was a hot mess. So I didn't have the pleasure of having a shag, so I had a little, little Jerry curl S curl thing
Fro
going
fro. Little
on,
fro fro.
little fro.
Fro curl.
That's what I had. So I went from the Jerry curl stage to the next era was finger waves. Now finger waves was the bomb. You had a little length on your hair, you had a little finger wave, then you had a little bump curl at the bottom. And I used to go to the best finger wave stylist. His name was Magic in LA. So he was the best finger wave person back then, in my opinion. And then we went on to individuals in dookie braids. At least dookie braids is what they were called when we were growing up, right? In our era. Today, they're better known as
Box
box
braids.
braids. Okay, that's a better term for the braids. I don't know who came up with the term dookie braids, but it
And
worked.
and when they used to do the dookie braids, what is so funny about it, I think this is a reason why people had a lot of trauma with their hair because they would use 6 or 7 packs of hair
Mm,
to do for some dookie braids.
that's some dookie braids.
6 packs of hair in your head, you can't even hold your head up afterwards.
And now it don't take all of that. For them to do the box braids. And then speaking of hair and tension being put on the hair. So here was my story. So as I'm older, oh, and then in the hood, you had a few homegirls that knew how to braid. I even knew how to braid. So you didn't have to pay to get your hair done. That was just a thing to do. We sit out on the front porch being nosy, sitting out getting our hair braided around the corner or wherever you could hang
Or
out
look, sitting out in the island on a crate.
at on the Look, those was the days because you didn't want to miss nothing going on in the hood. So bring your hair before you even wash your face and brush your teeth. I know that's nasty, but hey, that's the way it was back then. But you sit out there, you had somebody that was gonna braid your hair and was gonna braid your hair for free. Today, ain't nobody doing nothing for free. But anyway, my story was okay. I get the individuals, hair will grow. All right, I'm gonna take it down. I got a little length. What I do? I'll go running straight to the beauty supply store. What do I get? What do I get, Shante?
A perm.
A perm. And what do? I put that perm on my head. And then, oh,
And
I
people
don't
and
know.
people, you have to remember when she said she went straight to the beauty supply house, she wasn't going to the shop and letting them put a perm on because when you put a perm in your hair, you have to time it. You have to make sure you wash it out correctly. And back then, they didn't have indicators that turned pink when it was ready to be washed out. We would just put the perm in our hair and then go outside to just be talking, running our mouths, and no matter not even counting how long we had the perm in our hair.
Uh-uh.
So we didn't rinse it out until it started burning,
Yeah, I
and
was just gonna
then
say.
and then we would let it burn a little bit more because I want to get it extra straight. So I
I'm
could
gonna
I could
make
take that
sure,
burn. I could take that burn. I want my stuff to be bone straight.
make sure it was straight. And then you had your pro style gel, the black gel. Nope, I don't know who still uses that, but you had that pro style black gel. Slick your hair back, put your little ponytail. So that's what I would do. And every time never failed, maybe a month or two later, hair fell out. So I'm right back to the drawing board. So it was a vicious cycle. Go back to the individuals so I can grow my hair some more. And I used to let my individuals like hang till they was almost about to fall off.
Right.
Take them down, get the perm, do it over and over and over again. So I began to again really think my hair is never gonna grow past this little section, this length right here. And so then I got tired of the braids, got a little older, got a little more mature. And so then I switched up the game. I never was a weave person. I may have gotten a weave or two, but I went into the wigs. So I graduated, found some styles that really fit me. So I used to have some cute wigs. The wigs in my day looked nothing like the wigs in our parents' day. They wigs was tired and raggedy. So the wig game was kind of stepped up at that time. Nowhere near how the wig game is today. Because these wigs today, you don't even know
Yeah, you
People
can't
got on
tell
wigs.
what's real and what's not real.
You
Because
can't be
and then I don't believe that back when we were coming up that they had human hair wigs.
no. Mm-mm. It was all synthetic. You could tell the little fake part
Mm,
in the wig.
you can get a wig now and wash it and blow dry it and style it and press it
Do it
and
over
every
this way.
look. You can get a wig with baby hair.
Now that's the dead giveaway, I have to say.
Okay.
9 times out of 10, when you see all that baby hair, it's a weave or lace front, should I say? Lace front wig, whatever. But you kind of can almost, by the lace front. I mean, by the baby hair, what that is. So anyway, graduated up to the wigs, and I even tried short hairstyles. So I call myself reinventing myself. So I said, you know what? You had the people at work, the lady at the office who hair is always laid back,
Always whipped.
side to the side,
Always whipped.
always on point. Her hair ain't never messed up. Her nails is always on point. So I thought, I want to be like that. So I'm gonna try that. Mistake. Listen, I don't want to go nowhere where your appointment is at. It's like a job. Your appointment is at 9 in the morning, and you don't get out of here till 4 o'clock in the evening. That is the craziest thing to me. That was my experience anyway.
And what I could never understand is those people, like you said, the lady in the office, because when you go get your hair done that first day and you sit there for 9 to 10 hours like a job, when you go to sleep and you wake up, how it still look exactly the same. The next
Exactly.
day, I'm like, I paid $100 to get my hair done, and it don't look nothing like it did that first day. I'm tied up. You know how you have to put your hands on the side and sleep on your face and try not to mess it up. I'm like, how that woman keep her hair like that laid all week?
Yeah, they are trained for that hairstyle because, like you said, yeah, when I left out the shop, and then you don't have nobody to show your hair off to unless you was going to the club that night.
Right.
So you in the beauty shop all day, get all glammed up. Everybody in the beauty shop saw you, and ooh, girl, your hair is nice. You go home, like you said, and the next day, that hairstyle don't look nothing like it looked
Nothing
when you
like
left
it. And
the beauty shop. So, that was not for me. So yeah, so I went back to my little wigs, and so fast forward a little bit, I had a friend. She was like, "Girl, we should get some sister locks," and I'm like, "Girl, what's sister locks?" So she told me about it. I looked it up. At the time, I wasn't ready. And I was like, oh, because I thought I was just too cute in my wigs, right? So I thought, plus I probably was cheap and didn't want to pay for them either. So she went on and had got her sister locks, and I saw her hair maybe some years later. We had always been in contact, but when I had saw her in person, her hair was down past her butt. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh, and her regular hair was always the same length. Again, always thinking, our hair, just ain't gonna go past a certain length. So I finally decided, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna get the sister locks. And I did. And let me tell you, I think it's the best thing since sliced bread. It has done me right now. In the beginning, I have to say, and you know this, Joy. When I first got them sister locks, I wasn't taking that wig off. They looked like a bunch of little worms up at the top of my head, and they were short. So you talk to people who get sister locks or who's had them, and they be like, just enjoy the journey. And I was like, I'm not enjoying this journey. Nobody is going to see me walking around with a bunch of little worms sticking out of my head. So I kept my wig on for at least a year to a year and a half after I started getting my sister locks. And so then even you told me, I'm enjoying. You was like,
she was
just
cute. She was cute. Her locks were cute. We went to a spa one time, and she had her wig on, and I'm like, just let me see. I'm like, just take it off. Nobody will know. Nobody knows you. I'm like, why won't you show? I said, you look beautiful. She was gorgeous. And when she took that wig off, it like took 10 years off of her because she was already gorgeous, but when she took the wig off and just let herself be who
God.
she was, she was glowing. But she hadn't realized that yet. You have to realize how beautiful you are and take the stigma away of what you think other people are going to put on you, like because they weren't as long as she would have liked them to be at that time.
Right. So it's like when you say, sorry, I have to call you back. So, like the title says, I am not my hair, but obviously at the time I felt like I was because my hair, oh no, I'm not taking this wig off. I mean, it is so funny because I know some ladies, I've heard stories, when they would on a date or they spend the night with a man, they ain't taking that wig off. They sleeping in that wig and they gonna tie it up like it's as if it's their own hair. And again, I guess it just goes back to us not being comfortable
In our own
in our
skin.
own
And then too,
skin.
with the whole situation with the wigs as well, you have to remember if you're wearing a wig all the time, it's not giving your follicles time to breathe.
Right.
So that can also keep your hair from not growing if you have it on all the time. And they have these new glue wigs. What do you call it? Is a front. You said something? It's called
Lace front.
lace front.
Uh-huh.
On the lace front wigs, you have to glue them down. So a lot of women were experiencing their sides and the stuff, damaging the follicles on the hair because you have to pull the glue off the lace front wig. So I'm not saying there's
Hmm.
nothing wrong with wigs. If that's what you do, do it. Just be careful, let your hair breathe, and make sure you have the uh, proper technique when you're
Hmm.
taking them off.
Yeah, and a lot of ladies, yeah, they the edges be gone because of that.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, like you said, to each his own. If that's what you want to do,
Just be careful.
be careful. So I'm gonna see if I can share this video with you guys. So keep in mind, all bleeps and bloops and blunders will be shown on here. So until I really learn how to share certain things, I'm gonna have to do it the old school way. So this is a video my daughter took years ago when I first got my sister locks, right? I'm not too happy about the video, but I don't mind sharing it just so I can kind of show you what that journey looked like. So here goes. Might be a little blurry, but let me see if I can show you guys. Okay, here we go. She's so silly. See your little twigs up at the top. She thought it was hilarious. Okay, that's enough of that.
Children are wrong. They could just be so crazy.
Kids can be so mean, but you see how they was all little, like little worms. So yeah, that's exactly why I kept a wig on top until they grew out. Now let me share one last picture real quick of the journey from when they were short until how they are now. Then I'll take them down out of the ponytail real quick and show you. I did a pic collage. Hold on, where'd it go? Um, I got so many pictures. I tried to have it ready. Oh, here it go. Okay, so I'm gonna show you. So can you see that? Okay, Shantae.
Yeah, I can see it. The
So
before, she just showed you the before, and this is the after.
so at the top there, then down at the bottom is that they grew a little longer. Uh-oh. And then that's how they are now, down my back. Right. So
How long would you say from that first video to now? How many years has that been?
I've had them for about, let me see, 2000, maybe 19, 8, no, 2018. I got them in 2018. It's 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22. So I've had them about 4 years now. And
And we think our hair can't grow, but it
and
can.
we think that our hair cannot grow. Look at this. Let me back up a little bit. And so this is my hair now. And before, it wouldn't grow past probably my ears. You wouldn't have been able to pay me to believe that my hair
You
could
thought
grow.
it was almost like you thought it was genetic. Like, is it a
Yeah,
genetic thing that my hair just won't grow?
yeah, yeah, yep. Thought it, and then my hair was always thin. Even with these, up in the top, I had to, I had started to get a little bald spot. A few of them had just broke off, and I was kind of devastated, and I almost gave up on the journey. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna cut these things off. I'm just gonna go back to the wigs. And a few people was like, no, stay the course. They'll grow back. And sure enough, as the little peach fuzz started to feel back in, my loctician, she was able to um, grab them, put them in there, and keep them
So
in place.
how long did your installation take to sit there when you first started to, like, to get them done?
Um, Ooh, it was some hours. I would say, maybe about 4 hours. 4 hours. So, it kind of just depends on like how big your head is, how
Right.
thick your hair is, and probably how fast the loctician is. But when I go for retightenings, it only takes her about an hour.
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
And yeah, so it takes about an hour, and I'm
And
out.
how often do you go get them retightened?
I go once a month. At one point, I was going twice a month until I got that little bald spot at the top, and she was like, "No, you need to start coming in um, once a month again until we get you." Hey, that's my baby. Okay. Oh, she don't want to come give me a kiss, y'all. She don't want to be on camera. Yes. Yes. You love your mama. Anyway, so once the top is really strong again, I'll start back going every 2 months. Or just however you feel. How it depends on how fast your new growth comes in too. It depends on how rough you might be looking. You might want to go get tightened up a lot sooner. So
So when they get tightened, when she tightens them, does it hurt?
no, depends on how tender headed you are. I'm
Oh,
not tender headed. Some areas are, they hurt a little bit, but not much. For the most part, no. And like I said, you in there and then you're out. So that has been my hair journey. And I tell the story. I wanted to share that story because so many of us think that, we can't grow hair, especially when you've had a lifetime of not having hair. Like me, I had a lifetime of not having no hair. I remember this one girl, she was from our hood, Almond Joy. I think the name was Alicia. Yeah. So I remember one time I was over to a mutual friend of ours' house. This was many years ago. And she was on the phone with her. Now you remember what Alicia looked like, right?
right, right, right.
Messed up shape. Our mutual friend was on the phone with her and she knew that I was over there. She's like, oh, ask her, is she still bald headed? I said, ask her, is her shape still messed up?
And then she actually had a different type of hair. She had the texture hair where her hair would grow naturally down to her back or below her shoulders because she had a different, they have different, you have different textures of hair. So for her to even ask you that or say that when you don't have the issues that other people have, it's just
Mm-hmm.
unfortunate that people, try to make you feel a certain type of way about your hair,
That's
because
true.
as women, we we tend to, feel uplifted when we get our
Mm-hmm.
hair done. A fresh, you get a fresh hairdo, your skin is glistening, you're looking in the mirror and you just feel beautiful. I don't know what that is when you go get your hair done and your hair is looking nice, it makes you feel good about yourself.
Yeah. And I shared that little piece of story because I don't care how much plastic surgery is out there in the world. I could grow some hair. So you asked that question today, is Samantha still bald headed? No. But if I ask you if your shape still messed up, guess what? Yeah. So I could grow hair, but you can't fix your shape. That was the whole
Right.
point of that story.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? Bag up off of me. People
Right.
just, people are a mess. So anyway, that's why I want to share that little piece of story. So yeah, so that was my hair journey. Share the story. So for anybody who thinks that their hair just cannot grow, and it just keeps growing from the root, just keeps growing from the root. Every time they retighten it, it's the new growth at the root. So it can't help but to grow. And so I'm just excited. I'm looking forward to the day to when mine is down to my behind, and it's coming. Because once they start to get to a certain length, I think they just really
It just
uh
take off, huh?
take off with the growth. So
And
that's
then
my hair story. Did
with
you
the
have anything?
with the locks, I mean the sister locks, it's like
Mm-hmm.
you're not putting too much tension on it, you're not blow drying it, you're not
Mm-mm.
perming it, so it's able to be in its natural state and then just grow and flourish instead of
Yep.
like blow drying it, putting braids in it, washing it, pulling on it, tugging on it. Is able to just sit in that state and just continue to flourish and grow. So
Yeah, and you just get up and go. You know that you don't have to do nothing to it. You're not having to wash it every week. You know, you're not having to condition it all the time. But you want to, keep your hair moisturized and your scalp, moisturized. But less is more when it comes to sister locks. And so that's what I love about it. I'm so glad I finally graduated out of the wigs and was comfortable enough to, really start and
being yourself,
being
being your
myself, actually.
authentic
Yeah.
self and loving yourself and smiling because you are beautiful and you were beautiful with the hair, you were beautiful without the hair. The hair doesn't make you, but it gives you some type of boost of
Again, yeah.
mhm.
So I had to learn I am not my hair, but hey, I'm appreciative and I love, love, love my locks.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that was my journey. Did you have anything you wanted to share about your hair journey or anything you
My
wanted to
hair
share?
journey was when I was younger. I remember my mom would never let me get a perm, and back when perms were in, and they would get the perms, and everybody would have want that slick ponytail that was like real tight. And I used to
Mm-hmm.
want one so bad, and for years I didn't, and then finally, when I did get one when I was older, the lady over processed my hair and it all just started thinning and it kind of fell out. Make a long story short, I was kind of, like I said, with the hair, you feel some type of way. So when it started thinning, I didn't feel too good about it. So I shaved my head. I
Mm.
shaved it bald. Remember, because we both started on our hair journey around the same time. We sent each other pictures, and she had her locks, and I had a bald head. I'm talking about not low cut or a one. I mean bald.
You went Telly Telly what was
Telly
that Telly
Savalas,
Savalas Kojak.
bald. And people were like, "You're brave, you're brave," and I would be like thinking, I'm like, is that a compliment or is that a diss? You know what I'm saying? Because you know we think we are our hair, so they were like, "I can't believe you shaved your whole head off, or not your whole head off, but your hair off."
Yeah.
So I went through the growing back process. The growing back process was kind of difficult because you're like in between. So I didn't know if I wanted to cut it again or did I want to let it grow. So I shaved it again. So I shaved it like maybe 3 more times, and now I'm starting to let it grow back. And I also am planning to get sister locks. Um,
Okay.
I'm not quite ready. I'm still, up in the air about it.
Well,
But
what makes you up in the air about it?
what makes me up in the air about it is that I suffer from dandruff. So I'm not sure if, because once you lock them in, that's like kind of permanent. And so I'm not sure if I have like a flare up on my scalp, is the whole lot gonna come out? So because I scratch my scalp, and then the hair from the follicle will come out. So my concern is, if I get it, is a whole lot gonna just like fall out? But I talked to somebody. I had a consultation, and she
Okay.
said I should be fine, and she would give me like shampoos and different remedies to help my scalp and help my scalp stay clean and fresh,
Mm-hmm.
so that wouldn't happen. So,
Okay.
within the next month, I'll be right along with you on my lock journey.
I'm telling you, you're gonna love it. You're gonna enjoy it. I promise you. Because let me tell you something. If somebody would have promised me I was gonna love it back then, I'd be like, I wasn't convinced, but I just went on ahead and did it because like I said, I was just tired of the wigs.
And right, and once I got the consultation, it made me realize like the little worries that I had weren't as big as I thought they were.
Yeah.
I don't
So
know if y'all can hear that, but that's can you hear the ice cream truck?
I could hear the ice cream truck in the background, but it's fine. It's fine. Nobody tripping off of that. But yeah, so hair it's a lovely thing, and it was so lovely to know that my hair would go past my ears and without me having to do much, with it. Now, if I still want to wear a wig, I can. I can just, I'm sure I can just braid this on up.
Oh yeah, they have so many different styles. I've seen the young people that have locks, like they can they come up with beautiful styles. I wish I would have took pictures like you did to show the different styles that you can put with the locks. You don't have to just wear it down. You can wear it like you had in a ponytail earlier. You can put
Yeah.
it to the side. You can have braids going straight back. It's like
Hmm.
so many different styles that it's versatile.
Yeah. You put rollers in them and curl them
Curl
on up.
them. Hmm.
And each person's lock journey is different. So everybody enjoys their journey a different way. Everybody plays with their styles a different way, but it's very versatile. So you can get away with a lot. So yeah, so I hope you guys have enjoyed I Am Not My Hair's podcast today. Did you have anything else you wanted to add with respect to our hair journey conversation?
I would just say be yourself and do what makes you feel comfortable, and don't let other people's perception of what your hair looks like intimidate you or make you feel some type of way. If it makes you happy and it makes you feel good, and when you look in the mirror you love who you are, then it's okay. Other people's perceptions is not your business, you know.
Agreed. Agreed 100%. Well, don't forget, give the video thumbs up. Make sure you leave your comments down in the comments section. We definitely would love to hear from you. Don't forget, if you're not a subscriber, make sure you subscribe to this channel. It costs you nothing, and you get some good entertainment, some real raw talk in all of our subjects. So, again, stay tuned. Make sure you also hit that notification bell once you subscribe. So again, you get notified when we put out new videos. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your time. Again, we have enjoyed you. We hope you have enjoyed us. And we'll see you guys in our next podcast. And if you have any suggestions on topics you'd like for us to talk about, just put them in, just email them queenmaterial2022@gmail.com. I'll also make sure that I leave that email in the description area so that you can send us your topic suggestions. I've already had a few people email topic suggestions to me. So I'll keep a lookout for yours. You have any closing words, Almond Joy?
Just enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Sunshine Sunday.
Sunshine Sunday. I heard that. You see, I got me some good over here. All right. Well, we'll see you guys in the next podcast. Bye.